Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome to another video. In this video I am going to bring you the books that I really desperately need to read in 2016. These books are all books that I have bought recently. Yeah, they're all books that I've acquired recently, and I do feel that, yes, this is a bit biased. I do have loads of other books on my shelves that I do need to read. Just these take precedence right now, and I do think that because there's only a few of them here, I will get a chance to read them all hopefully and move on to other books on my shelf. So let's just go. The first book I need to read in 2016 is George Orwell's 1984. I don't really know much about this book and I really should learn more about this book. I really do need to read more and I need to learn about this book. I'm going into it blind. I just know that it is a really well respected book and I really need to read it. And I'm just going to say that for all of these books. But yeah, I don't really know much about this book. If you've read it or if you want to read it, let me know down below and maybe we could set up a buddy read. The next book is one of my most recently acquired books, as are the rest of these actually. The rest of these featured in my last haul, and that is Dune by Frank Herbert. This is apparently the original sci-fi of this century. This is the 50th anniversary edition, and to be honest, it is the prettiest edition. I don't really know much about this one again. I'm really rubbish at this game, aren't I? Okay, so this basically sounds like there's this planet that is inhospitable. It's a desert world, and this world has this spice on it, and this spice has some magnificent abilities, including increasing a person's lifespan and making interstellar travel possible. And I imagine this book is basically going to be about trying to get control of that, or keeping control of that, or losing it and gaining it back. Basically, it sounds really, really interesting. I'm looking forward to getting to it. The next book I have to read in 2016 is The Arithmetist by Brandon Sanderson, and that is mainly because of this one reason. When I find it, it is personally signed. There we go. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting to this. I bought this on my Kindle and then he was doing a signing, so I got myself and Vanessa from Wonderness a signed copy, personalised to both of us. And this, when I first read the back of it, it sounded really, really interesting, so I cannot wait to get to it. This book follows Joel, who is a non-magical student at a magical school. Basically like a muggle in Harry Potter. He can't do certain things that the arithmetists can, but he learns the ideals and the ideas and the theories behind their magic, and that could prove to be very useful when a lot of the arithmetists actually get kidnapped from the academy. So I'm looking forward to getting to this one because it's quite short and it seems really, really interesting. The next book I need to read in 2016 is All Damned to Wonderness, and that book is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. She encouraged me to pick up Cinder when I found it at Barter Books, and I told her that I'd found it there, and that was a bookstore in Alnwick that we both love, and it was one time I didn't go there, I found it and she was like, oh my god, you need to read it, so she gifted me Scarlet for my birthday. All I know is this follows Scarlet, which is Little Red Riding Hood, clearly from The Cloak, and it is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles, so I'm looking forward to getting to this and hopefully continuing on with the series. The next book I have to read in 2016 is a book that I have been staring at in Waterstones for months, and then I finally plucked up the courage to buy it, and that is A Look Who's Back by Timur Vermes, and I think this has actually been made into a film in Germany, so I will probably be on the lookout for that on YouTube as well. This book follows the idea that Adolf Hitler wakes up in a field, alive and well, in 2011, like 60 years after the war's ended. What are we gonna do? This is basically a book about how he has to come to terms with the fact that it's 2011 and the British won the war. Obviously he knew that, but that's not the point, and it's the idea that he's trying to tell everyone that he is actually Hitler and nobody actually believes him, and he becomes a YouTube star, and I'm so looking forward to reading this because I think it's going to be hysterical. The next book I need to read in 2016 is a one I also recently bought, and that is Disclaimer by Renee Knight. This is the Waterstones Thriller of the Month for January, so hopefully if I finish Night Film by the time January is over, I can get to this one. And this one is basically about a girl who is, well, it's a woman, and she is sitting down to read a book in bed, and she notices a different book on her table. And she picks up this book, and it is a book about her life, and then weird things start happening. So I'm so looking forward to reading this one. This next book I have piqued my interest through adverts for Amazon Prime, and that is The Man in the High Castle by Philip K. Dick. I didn't actually want this cover, I wanted another cover, but it can be added to my classic collection, so that is fine. This is basically a story about what would happen if Germany had won the war. We follow some characters and they discover in an underground vault the the footage that shows America winning the war, and then they're like, but we didn't win the war. So I think it's about them getting that out there, so it sounds really, really good, and I cannot wait to get to this book. And finally, the last book I have to read that I need to read in 2016 is We All Looked Up by Tommy Wallach. This one basically says on the back, it sounds like something is coming in 2 months. On the back it says they told us they were coming in 2 months. That's 2 months to basically change everything or live their lives however they want to live it. I'm so excited to see how this goes, because it sounds like it's quite, what's the word I'm looking for? It's quite ambiguous, that's the word. It's quite ambiguous in its description on the back, in its blurb. So hopefully it will live up to my expectations. And there we have it. That's all the books I want to read in 2016. Obviously not all of them. This is not limited. I do need to read some off my Kindle. I also need to read a lot of the books behind me as well as ones on my shelf. So yeah, we're just going to see how 2016 goes with reading, but these are the ones that I really need to get to. So if any of you would like to organise buddy reads or read-alongs or readathons, or would like to encourage me to read certain books first, let me know down below. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. And there we have it. I shall see you all soon with another video, and in that next video hopefully I will have read a couple more of these. So let's see how it goes. Alright guys, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye. This next book I have is basically because the series piqued my interest on Amazon Prime, but I don't actually have that, and that is We All Looked Up by Philip. That's not it, that's the next book. It's blurb, so hopefully it lives up to my well done, Rebecca.